What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning. Well, on the left side of the map, we've got Rapl. His opponent today is Hell's Ravage. Technically, this is a preliminary round game. There were just some players that, just based off results, it's just impossible to separate them objectively or subjectively, objectively. It's just impossible to separate them. But without further ado, we've already jumped into the game, so let's have a look at it. It's a speedy one. I haven't fixed the tournament image yet. We're a mess at this point. Quickly, we're just gonna just ignore what's happening at the top. We are a professional outfit here. We there's no spoilers on the above at all there. Just ignore that. Spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is the Rapl. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Hades. His name is Hell's Ravage. We have the map competitive mega random. You guys know the drill. You guys know the drill already. It's wait, what? How did you get such low HP? What? Shank him. How? Did the scout just sit there whacking her while she was building the dock? I completely missed it. That poor oh, maybe no. That poor villager. What to say? My golly gosh. Alrighty. Hell's getting the scouting done. We do get ourselves a really, really big spawn of water in the middle of the map here. So this is very, very Mediterranean-esque in terms of the water here. So unfortunately, guys, we're not gonna go an entire tournament without seeing Mediterranean, but at least it's not happening every game. But this is also not Mediterranean as well, because there is tons of hunt on this map, which makes it a very, very different type of Mediterranean. Because when it comes down to it, when you lose the water on that map, you basically just lose the game, because it's really hard to come back into it. But on this map, look at that. There's 3 elephant on this town center. Absolutely huge. Same 2 over here. So it's going to be really easy to hold on or go for a really heavy push in the classical age or in the heroic age or all the other good stuff. We'll see how things are going to go. There's the temple up for Hell's Ravage, as the houses starting to come down as well. But yeah, this is looking like we're going to be seeing both of these players going for a relatively standard 430 advance time. We can see 6 villagers on wood actually for Hell's at the moment. He's actually built a granary over there, whereas Rapl has not needed to. He's been able to shoot the hippopotamus nice and close to his town center, so it's going to have a much, much cleaner and much better advance time here. In fact, Hells is struggling quite a bit to get the resources to advance here, whereas Rapl is going to be garrisoning everything and advancing right now. He gets a pretty clean 430 advance time, moving over onto the wood location over here. Villagers over onto this gold mine on this location here. Another villager coming forward to drop a dock. The place, yes, Rapl. I was going to say this. I was going to say a lot of players would drop the dock right on top of this fish over here, but you don't need to. Here, and then be able to have both of these locations with some decent fishing spots there as well. As Hells is dropping his second dock, we see Athena coming through as well for Hells, as this game is motoring ahead. One thing that Hells has actually done maybe a little bit poorly here is he's gone for a double storehouse on this one wood location over here, when he had a perfectly decent wood line over here and a perfectly decent wood line over here. This one was really, really rubbish. And he's going to be kicking himself for choosing that one at the start of the game here. As you see, hand axe coming through for both players here as well. Just a slight lead in the early game for Rapl, and we'll see how he's going to do moving forward in this game. as we got. I just love this message. I just look over and I see Soup just chatting. This is how I want my meta to look. He's absolutely right. This would be a fantastic Mediterranean for a Norse player. You could do some crazy semi-water, semi-land kind of fight shenanigans and have a really, really good time. As the trireme started to push forward, pushing Hells already off of that fishing ship. Now, you do have a bolt to throw down on this location if you want to as well to get a serious advantage, and he does decide to do that. That's going to force Hells back underneath his docks here, as Rapl is going to be really, really happy with the damage he's done already, pushing off a lot of fishing ships already as the fish pulling back into the dock. We do have 3 trireme to 4 trireme, but this dock is really strong on the back. You can see 6 damage versus 12.48. Now, the trireme do shoot 3 arrows, so technically speaking, the trireme do more DPS than a dock does, but it's still basically equal to roughly a trireme in the end, as Hells is desperately trying to get his fishing ships over onto this location to get food, but just not able to do so just yet. As we see the Katoskopots scouting around over here, we got ourselves 7, 8 trireme on the back here, 6 trireme for Hells in a very, very difficult position, as Rapl is going to push back in over here, trying to grab this fishing location, and Hells finally spots. He's got a decent back shore fishing spot over there as well. As we see the trireme pushing forward over on this location there. Hells pulling back as best as he can, trying to micro this one. 9 ships to 10. Obviously, Hells needs to be careful here. Both players still have the restoration. The biggest, most important thing to do in these fights is not lose the trireme, as the trireme gets away with 2 HP. We'll see if Rapl can get that back and keep it safe and alive. Looks like he cannot, as Hells snipes that one, pulls back. Hells is going to have an equality advantage right now. He's going to be able to equalize here on the water after losing 1 boat to the bolt here. But Rapl trying to get this dock up over here, as we do see the Hades Shade going to get sniped down. Nice snipe there, as the dock will end up coming through here for Rapl. I wonder if he's going to get more fishing ship out or what for that dock, because it's actually really, really nice there as well. So trireme pulling back. Do we see some heroes coming out? We do see the Minotaur starting to move forward. We've got the Sentinels already out, as we got that Minotaur moving back and forth by Rapl. I like that play. He's set that up on patrol so he doesn't have it sitting there as an idle unit, so he can consistently just click his idle units there and make sure that he's getting the right one, as the Katoskopos does end up getting sniped there by the Minotaur. Both players sitting on this water here. 17 triremes to 18 triremes for Rapl, and we've got the Pegasus starting to come through here for Rapl. This is so annoying to play against as the other player. This is completely legit. The Pegasus here costs 50 food to favor. It's absolutely worth it to send these over. Look at that, taking a little bit of damage there. They've got 50% pierce armor. That's a lot more pierce armor than the triremes. 140 HP. We see the restoration getting thrown down onto this location, as Rapl happily sitting over on top of these triremes, taking a lot of damage here, as more Pegasus coming through here. Hell's trying to micro this as best as he possibly can, but you almost have to shift click the trireme here to continue, as Rapl is hard winning this location as he's pushing through, doing so much damage to Hells' trireme here. As Hells, he doesn't have any favor here to spend. He didn't get any at all, and he doesn't make his own Pegasus here to fight back, and Rapl just completely erases Hell's Ravage from the water here with his Pegasus trireme combo here. A beautiful, beautiful display, though. You do have to ask yourself, how fair is this that the Pegasus is a unit that can make this happen? One of the changes I do hope for Retold is that that flying units you don't auto target flying units with your trireme, as all those units do get picked off. Hell's still trying to build some trireme here. I feel like he should cancel that one. He's getting a town center on this location, even though this town center clearly the better option there with those 3 elephant on that location, as the dock is going to be getting taken out over here. We will be seeing a dock getting cleaned up on this position, as the Minotaur moving forward for for the Rapl. The Rapl Minotaur moving forward to take out the Hell's Minotaur. The first headbutt coming in, pushing that Minotaur away as the dock does end up going down, but another dock is coming through here. Do we see Persane through already for Rapl? No, not just yet. He can get a whole bunch of fishing ships out. He's got a lot of... this is arguably here, there's probably enough fish on this water if you want to move around and put docks all around here to get you... to allow you to just go straight into mass hoplites here. As those fishing ships all getting taken out over here, we see the Rapl, Jason, and Minotaur sitting over here now, starting to push through. We've got an archery range coming down onto this position. Going to be able to sit onto these zebras. We've got to be a little bit careful and not sit onto the shoreline too far here. As what's this? How do you leave Eye of Horus behind here? How do you leave Eye of Horus behind you? That's such a beautiful, huge S+ tier relic there. +2 population to the town center. So you can get a +6 population over your opponent here. As one villager does go down, and Rapl going to be pulling back here. He's starting to get his second town center at this point. The dock going to be going down very, very quickly over here as the units trying to fight this one off. We do have some Toxotes. That's enough there to push Rapl back. He has to pull back here. We're now going to start seeing those Hippocon pushing forward as this town center, I mean, he wants to grab it, but he just doesn't have the resources just yet. And Rapl is going to decide, all right, no second town center just yet. Going to go straight in onto my buildings. Don't want to get gold starved. Look at this. He's got 400 gold left, so he needs to get some units out here because Hells is going to be going for a little bit of pressure here. And he needs to get onto this gold. And this gold mine is very, very exposed here. Same too for this gold up here. So there is definitely a possibility here for Hell to get very, very active with his units. We see some more storehouses coming up on this location. We're starting to get the units out, but it's a little bit slow here for the Rapl. And now we do see, look at this, the elephants starting to get eaten on this location as well. For Hells, he's going to have plenty of resources here to play with as the villagers retreating away. Over here, Rapl with the resources to get himself that town center now as the heroes coming through onto this location. More units coming through for Hell's Ravage. Just not quite enough here to fight this, as he's going to potentially turn around and take this fight now that the Toxotes come through. Villagers now coming in onto this gold mine as Rapl is in a little bit of a problem as he needs a gold mine. He's trying to shank down. He can trade villagers a little bit here. You can see he's got 23 fishing ship out. 23 fishing ships. So he's technically in front by 14 villagers or maybe 15 to 20 villagers at this point. So a significant advantage right now for Rapl, but he does need to make sure he gets this gold mine up. Third town center now coming down for Hells as the Pegasus will be spotting this one. Will we see an attempt from those Hippocon to get across the map and deny this, go after the gold villages or something else, as now Hells pushing through here. Those Hippocon maybe leaving just a little bit too soon as the villagers pulling off, trying to take out the Hippocon as best as they possibly can. Did we end up seeing Persing? Yes, we did. As the Hippocon now come through here, going to start being able to take out these Toxotes as Hells pulling back yet again. We do see those Bareem or Shireen pulling back there as well. We'll see how it's going to go as those Toxotes mostly all getting cleaned up. Medium cavalry coming through for Hell's Ravage as well as his town center is now up. So he does get an advantage now. A little bit behind on the population though. So I imagine Rapl will be able to grab his town center very, very shortly. Not fall too far behind on the actual villager count. Even though his fishing ships, I mean, there's no real possibility for him to fall behind on the villager count at this point. But he's going to be able to continue motoring ahead as now the wall's coming up over here, trying to cut off any sort of raids on this location. More military buildings coming up on the top side over here as the Hippocon pushing around, taking out those Toxotes over there as well. Hells looks like he is basically stabilized here. 68 villages going on 70 villages, going on 80 villages. There is technically a timer here in this game. Hades does have an advantage in the late game against Zeus. He's got access to the stronger Toxotes. He's got access to the stronger buildings. He's got access to a hero which situationally is stronger, especially in the Zeus versus Hades mirror. Perseus being able to one-hit a Colossus versus the Bellerophon struggling against the Colossus is a big deal. But The Heroic Age about to come through now for Hells as he does click up through Apollo. Hasn't been able to get a gold staff yet, but he will be able to hit the Heroic Age first as this elephant going to be getting grabbed now. Rapl with a lot of wood in the bank. One thing I'd love to see him do, and he is kind of doing it, is just start slapping buildings down all over the map. And I mean all over the map. You got 1,000 wood. You don't need it for farms. Smack those buildings literally everywhere and enjoy the game there. As this hyena over here is going to be causing a little bit of problems. We do see a Pegasus coming through here as well as a villager coming in to start throwing some more walls up over there as the Hippocon looking for some raids. There is this location here that it can start attacking as some villagers trying to get the walls up over here as well. Rapl here at 144 of 145 population. We see the 80 villagers are through the Hells here in this game. As the Hippocon do come in and start taking out the villagers over here. I would love to see another dock getting thrown up on these spots as well, but Rapl not, maybe overfishing here, just because those fish have to travel quite a way to dump into the dock there. As the Hippocon coming in onto this position, we do see an underworld coming over here as the villagers will try and make a break for it. I wonder if you build a transport ship here to keep those villagers alive. He's got a wooden wall over here. The army completely out of position. We do see an underworld coming through. Will Rapl go for the retaliatory underworld to come in onto this position or not? Is a big question here. There's more Hippocon coming in to take this out. Units pushing up onto the top. We see heavy cavalry coming down. Do we see a market anywhere? Yes, we do. An immediate Mythic Age will be coming through for Rapl as well. Is he going to go through Hephaestus? Yes, he is. No Hera here. No sneakiness at all. As the Manticore taking this one out. See these villagers moving around here as the Toxotes are going to come through. A wall here would be absolutely huge if you can get it up. The Toxotes floating overhead as these villagers are going to be sent packing here. Do we see Sultan 4 here? Sultan 4 will be a huge boost to his economy because the fishing ships moving a really long way here. Yeah, you got it. They're going to be it's going to be a big help there if you can get that sorted out. As one of the big problems right now for Hells is his gold income. He needs a lot more gold. He's got shaft mine. The village is now retreating back over here as the army can start taking out this location here. We see medium archers, quarry, heavy cavalry coming through for Hells, Hephaestus coming through, and Bowsaw for Rapl as he does end up winning over here on this location. As the army going to come back through the underworld passage, start taking this fight yet again over here as the Manticore will go down. This gold mine has got 1,400 gold left in it. Rapl does need to be a little bit careful in this game not to get gold staff, though he's still sitting with plenty of units. He's still able to keep this fight going. He's got the heavy cavalry. He's got all his units over here. He's going to clean up this underworld and get control of this. The next location he needs to be aware of is that this gold mine or this gold mine are very important here, and also a trade route coming through wouldn't go astray. As Hephaestus does pop here for the Rapl. He's got lots of villagers on the temple. What's he going to go for? The armory goes down. The Plenty Vault comes down. The Forge of Olympus coming through as well here. As the Hippocon coming in to take out these units here. As the Underworld Passage sitting here doing what it can. Now the Underworld is down. The units are back. Where are they going? They're running straight through, looking to maybe try and take out this gold mine here. Architects on the way. Fortified Town Centers on the way. Forge of Olympus on the way. Are we seeing Colossus getting built? Not just yet. Do we see a Bellerophon coming out? Olympic Parentage coming through? Yeah, no Bellerophon just yet, but we do see a fortress up on this location going to start pushing in. Rapple's advantage here is very, very large. We see Artemis coming through for Hells. I don't know if that's going to... Well, I mean, it will be enough, but in reality here, with all of this fish, you can just throw buildings around your town center and prevent it from dying quite easily. As we see the Hells Ravage Villager swinging through here. There is a little gap in this wall, funnily enough. As Rapl, I mean, he doesn't really need to hit over here. He can just push through on this bottom space as well if he needs to. I'd love to see a fortress over on this gold mine as well. As a Heliopolite immediately getting built. The villagers sneak through here. That villager getting taken out. That Hades Shade is going to lose its life as well to the fortress here, as the villagers do swing around. They are trying to grab this gold mine. Does he have resources? Yes, he does. A fortress here would be absolutely huge. as the units coming through over here, going to try and take out this location as best as they can. See the military academy coming up over here as well, as it looks like bronze weapons, bronze mail coming through. There's the earthquake there, but fortified town centers plus architects. Earthquake doesn't do it. Earthquake is a devastating god power, but against all those upgrades, it just doesn't quite cut it. Doesn't cut the mustard at all, as it were, as we see the Heliopolis coming through onto this position here. Rapl needs to repair the town center back up. He's doing just that. He's sitting at 154 of 160 population here as he needs to get his units over here. He's got one trireme on the water over here. Could use that to help out. There is also, there's a town center in range of water. Do we see Rapl noticing this just yet? Hells obviously hasn't noticed it because he hasn't done anything about this just yet. Normally you throw a fortress up on the water or something there. As the Heliopolis starting to roll in onto this position over there as well. As Rapl pushing in over here, we see heavy Toxotes coming through. The heroes starting to come out as well for Rapl. Do we see any upgrade? Doesn't look like he's going for it. Iron weapons first. The Chimera coming through to start pushing off this gold mine. This is going to be a little bit scary here for Rapl. We have seen that there is a gold mine over here. The trade route is kind of started here as well, as this dock going down. The Heliopolis going after this town center as the villagers moving over here. Just underworld this right now as the villagers getting pushed off this gold mine here. Do we see any attempt at building any sort of heroes over here to deal with that Chimera? Looks like not just yet. As well, attempting to ghost build around that Heliopolis there. Town center is at 2,000 HP. Do you see the archery range coming in as the village is going to be able to pick off a couple of those Heliopolis quite nicely here as the fortress does help them retreat back. The army still pushing through, trying to deal with those archers and everything else. But Rapl, he's still got his underworld here. He still hasn't used it. We see him still pushing over here. Is that maybe still hasn't checked this relic. It's a really good relic. It's just tradition of some sort. It's just some sort of tradition that you don't pick up relics on a water map. I don't know why, but it's just a thing. It's just a thing. I know I do it as well, but it's a thing. As champion cavalry coming through here. Rapl's economy will carry him through to having a really unbeatable army. Right now he's almost full iron, just needs iron mail, can't quite afford it. Whereas Hell's Ravage has got no armory upgrades basically, as the Chimera now getting chased away by the Heracles. Fortress coming up on this location. He still hasn't spotted this gold mine, I don't think. The champion Hippocon is in, and now we see the Pentacondas coming in. This is really smart because Hells knows that this town center is in range of arrow fire here, of siege fire. So he can start claiming this water back. Picking off all of these fishing ships is going to be huge. Do we see some retaliation to this? Looks like Rapl isn't, as his we do see the Heliopolis getting trained over here have gotten picked off. He's going to keep on trying to take out this location over here. As the Hippocon coming through to pick off these villages over here. Hells doesn't have a whole lot of gold remaining in this game. You have to look at this and be like, well, losing all these villages is absolutely huge. He's got villages over on those hippos over there, but yeah, there's not a whole lot remaining as the Shade's taking out a couple of villages on that location. We do see the market going up over here, but in that moment, Hells does end up tapping out. Rapl getting the first win in this Best of 5 series here. A really nice play here from Rapl. He showed a little bit of abusive tournament play here. We don't normally see the Pegasus. I don't know whether it is... I don't know whether it should be a rule that is placed that you're not allowed to build Pegasus if it's too strong, or if it's just smart and everyone has something that they can do about it. I don't really know what the answer is there. But, well played by Rapl. Leave a comment about that one if you have any opinions. And I'll see you in the next game. Leave a subscribe as well and all the other good stuff. Anyways, we got more games coming at you real soon.